Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Bynack. With me, as always, Abigail Ann Levy. Sometimes we hear a song and instantly we're like, we got to get this person on the podcast. And that is exactly what happened with Tess Parks. Abby sent me a song and it's just blew my mind. And we both agreed, let's get her on the pod. And so we did. And here's that episode. It's inspiring. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, Bothering the Band with the one and only Tess Parks.
How's it going, guys?
It's going well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you so much for doing this. My name's Ryan. This is Abby. We're big fans of your tunes.
Well, that's really nice. Thanks.
Yeah. Obviously, we have a music podcast, so we trade music a lot, and it's not often that we're stumped. But Abby, I woke up one morning, and Abby's like, "You gotta listen to Tess Parks," and she knows me very well because it's right up my alley.
That's really nice. I went to a place, I was staying in a place up north in the UK this weekend called Abbeville. So, yay. Feeling good about that connection.
Yeah, a little synchronicity. I love it.
That's what to live for. It's the best, right?
Absolutely. Oh, cool. I don't know if you did any digging, but you follow. I thank you for following us on Instagram. Everyone go follow Tess. I am Tess Parks. Not that you need it. You're famous and, so such a great songwriter. You don't need us to promote your Instagram.
You're being super nice. Thanks.
It's just in my bones. Okay. How are you and where are you?
I'm good. I'm in London and life is nice.
Life is nice. What's the weather like there?
It sucks. It's been like an awful, cold, gray, rainy, British typical summer.
Wow. Cold.
It was nice for a bit. I think it's meant to be nicer next week. So I hope so. But yeah, it's been like a kind of not very much of a summer. So
does it get hot there?
It does, like sometimes, but also like the whole rest of the world is burning, so can't really complain.
Yeah, I was hesitant to bring that up. We're all like melting, and you're like,
keep it positive. There are good things happening in the world.
Okay, so keep it positive. This is a positive question. What's your favorite park in London?
Whoa, Hampstead Heath's pretty sweet. I guess I gotta say Hampstead Heath. But they're all nice. There's so many royal parks.
Yeah, we love parks. We're park nerds. We're park geeks.
Love parks.
We got to think of a new slogan for that. Park dorks.
What's your favorite park?
In the world? Ooh, that's a tough one. I love New York, Central Park, or there's a park on the east side of New York called Carl Schurz Park, which is lovely. But you're from Toronto, correct?
Yeah.
So Bellwoods is also a great park.
You know Bellwoods?
Of course.
Nice.
I have this joke further down, but I'll just tell you, we have inadvertently become a Canadian music podcast.
Nice.
It's not for anything else other than like so much great music is coming out of there, and then one thing leads to another. Like we'll have one person on who's like, "Oh, you should get this person on, and you should get this," and then that's just how it went. And then look, it's like 60-40 Canadian bands.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Abby, what about you? You got a favorite park? You're from a big old. You were just in a big old park.
Grand Teton.
Yeah.
Then I suppose.
Where's that?
It is in Wyoming. It's a national park just south of Yellowstone National Park.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun question. We might have to recycle this one. That's a fun. I love parks. When you travel, is this weird? Do you ever go to cemeteries?
Yeah, of course. I was just in one in Abbeville.
What?
Yeah. The tombstones were also like as tall as people. And I thought that there maybe was some significance because I was like, oh, maybe they built the tombstones as tall as like the people that were alive so that you kind of felt like you were like next to them or something. But I think it was just a sign of like wealth and being able to have like a big tombstone. But it's like, well, if you're that rich, like build a mausoleum, like,
Yeah, you dick.
Yeah.
Uh, um, we've been whenever I travel too. I was just in Connecticut and we passed this old cemetery and I was like, let's go there. And everyone was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, is that not a thing everyone does? I think it might be a creative people thing.
At least it's not just us.
No, I think it's a really they're like really sacred, beautiful, quiet, meditative places to go. And but it's not somewhere I think you go visit someone. Like if anything, like the person that you're going to visit like is already with you and comes with you there. Like I don't think they're haunted. I don't think they're scary places. I think they're like all the souls and spirits are elsewhere most of the time. They're not like chilling at where they were like resting permanently.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to think about. You're like, here's a spot that you never spent time at in your life, but we'll put you here. And that's where people think they're hanging out.
Right. And then also like, I always think, because you're surrounded by like all these people, but maybe you're the only person there. And if like everyone was standing up, you'd be surrounded, I mean, like by all these bodies. It'd be like being at a festival or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a nice place to go and feel connected. And I don't know, there's always like beautiful things that are on the tombstones, and you end up like, synchronicities. You'll like find someone whose birthday it was or their death day, which is kind of like a birthday too. So I don't know, there's just like a lot to find there always, I think.
Have you seen this girl on TikTok that does the recipes? I can't remember her handle, but
you're gonna have to get more specific than that. That's
a bunch of I stop talking and I will. People will leave recipes on their tombstones, like grandma's best this or grandma's best that, and she has started making them.
I think I have actually heard about this. I love TikTok. But send that to me because let's make all the deceased people's recipes.
Far she's done like cookies and breads and like some kind of pot pie, and
so it's like etched in there,
or a picture of it on there.
That's like really handy, I think. It's in a nice way to feel, that's smart. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I've never heard of this, but that's so clever. I don't have any recipes, but I'm trying to think what I would do.
One of the comments was like, well, my grandma always said, you'll get this recipe over my dead body. And now the tombstone. So she put it on her tombstone.
Wow, that is so clever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm envious how clever that is. Tess, have you ever been to Florida?
Yes, actually, a lot growing up.
Really? Wow.
Orlando, magic. Yeah, I went to Orlando. Like my parents had a timeshare there, and kind of weird, but also I know that I was conceived in Clearwater, so big Florida connection here.
Wow. Yeah, we knew the Clearwater thing. We called your parents and no, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm like, why? But like, also it's kind of cool to know, but also like, well, yeah.
Yeah. Nice beaches. Yeah. We, Abby and I are from Orlando originally. So of course we have a love-hate with it, as most people do with where they were brought up. Didn't expect that. Do they still have the timeshare? Isn't that locked in for life?
I haven't been back with them since I was like 16 or 17. I got like a terrible sunburn the last time I was in Florida. But yeah, I think they do. I think they still go. And I have really fond memories of going to like Disney Quest, which I heard was shut. That was like the first VR. Did you guys ever go to Disney Quest? That was like I tried VR when I was like 10. Like it's crazy. And they had like the animation workshops. And I love Sunny's barbecue. You guys go to
Wow,
Sunny?
of course.
Yes. God. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't, yeah, it'll come back to me.
If you ever tour to Central Florida, please let us buy you Sunny's barbecue.
Please,
We'd love
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd like to go back to Florida.
Oh, that's great. Sunny's
Oh, Celebration too,
Celebration was a little creepy though, like a little
right?
Truman
Someone
Show.
eventually like lost it and murdered everyone or something, right?
I didn't know that, but I knew it was all like pretty, it was like such cookie cutter, scary Truman Show town.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Um, but yeah, look it up. I think someone like kind of lost their shit there recently.
Oh no. I worked at Disney when I was a young man, and I remember on radios and stuff, you would hear nothing like crazy, no murders or anything, but you would hear like someone jumped off of Splash Mountain, the whole ride shut down, so they would tell everyone.
But no one dies at Disney, right?
Well, there's been many people to die at Disney, but
They
they
like
do not.
they can't
Yeah,
say so.
no. I remember I watched, and I know nothing of context. I just remember people's phones or not phones. This was digital camera days. I'm old. They were confiscating phones, taking people's names. Oh, it's a kitty. Is that cat on cocaine?
Oh, no, definitely no. This cat's just I'm cat sitting for some friends this summer. So this is not my cat, but I love him. He's really nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
He just loves Disneyland too, so he's excited.
Saw the cocaine.
Yeah.
All right, my story's done. Moving on. I was trying to tell some people who aren't as cool as us about your tunes, and it was tough to describe. How do you describe your music?
I don't know.
It's a tough question.
It's just like whatever's happening and it just I don't know. I don't know how to describe. It's like
It's tough, right? I read an interview with you where someone referred to it as psychedelic, and you either spun it or they spun it, where it's like that's such a hard, even that indie, all these genres are so broad that it's tough to, you could say it's anything.
I think all music is psychedelic. So it's just like, yeah, the sound of like how I'm feeling with the people I'm around that at that time. It's like just you're capturing a like a period, like a moment in time.
Ooh, I like that.
But it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's this like this is what this moment sounds like.
I
But
like
yeah,
that. We're
I
gonna
don't know.
paraphrase that in the intro for
Okay.
for sure.
Sure.
Have you been painting and drawing lately?
That's why, yeah, it's hard for me to talk about music because I've been painting the most out of anything I've been doing in the past like 3 years. Um, yeah, lots of painting, drawing lots of dots.
Do you have a set like routine, or just do you, whenever inspiration strikes, what's your like method to the artistic madness?
I like to do morning pages, so I'll do like 3 pages of stream of consciousness every morning as a rule. I was a bit more lax about it in the past few months because I've been like traveling and touring. But back into that ritual now. And that's when, maybe on like page 3, you're like, oh shit, I'm like coming up with a poem now, or like this is it, you get on a roll, but just the act of like, you know, doing it every day as a rule, like it's like practicing anything, you just like end up like getting into the flow of it more. And recently I haven't been painting as much, but I've been learning Italian, and I think, yeah, languages too, I think help with like the way you communicate. And so yeah, formulating sentences in English differently as a result sometimes. So that's cool. And yeah, like a yoga practice that really grounds me. And just, yeah, there are like a few like non-negotiables every day that just make me feel like good and creative.
Well, I like that you use the word non-negotiable. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. There are just certain things you have to do. Otherwise, like you don't feel good.
Couldn't agree more. I have to say to the listeners, while Tess is giving this profound speech about creativity, she's getting massaged in the face by a cattail. It's like adorable, poetic, all at the same time.
He's not allowed outside, so he just like, yeah, I feel really bad.
He seems chill. Like what? Yeah, it seems like a chill little space. You have plants in the background. I love that.
Yeah. No, it's really nice here. It's really like quiet, and there's some foxes that live in the back, and yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
You guys have like alligators roaming around in Florida though.
They're everywhere. There's been 3 that run by while I was talking to you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
um, I've been doing a nightly bike ride, like as at sundown, and I see bunnies everywhere. And I'm a 40-year-old, like I try to be tough. I'm not really tough, but I'm like, and I still like I geek out. I call Abby. I'm like, bunnies. I counted 20 bunnies.
That's a lot of bunnies.
Yeah, for real. I do this little loop around this park, and
That's nice. You should follow them all.
I try not to mess with them because I want to see them every day.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice though. I've been noticing, yeah, bunnies have been like around in a way that like a few years ago, like in Toronto and in London, like all these places, like they seem to be popping up, right? Never
Yeah,
used to see this
I
many
never
bunnies.
saw bunnies growing up. Abby, in Orlando, I don't remember seeing bunnies.
Sometimes we had like people behind us that had livestock. And so I don't know that they had bunnies, but they had a bunch of land. So sometimes they would show up at our house.
Yeah, you were farther out though. You're a little farther out. Tess, I don't know if you could tell, I'm a little sick today. And I'm wondering, as a performer, do you have any cold remedies that you try every time or that work?
Eat like chunks of ginger.
Got it. I've been shaving it into tea. That's what I was doing last evening.
Eat it like an apple.
Really?
Yeah, like eat like chunks of it. And yeah, just lots of water.
Yeah. I've never, do you shave the like bark off or you just go for
I
it?
just eat it. Yeah. Just go for it. Yeah. There's no point. You don't even need a knife. Just yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You don't want to eat those bits because sometimes it's not very digestible. Maybe the fibers aren't that good for you. I don't know. But you can just like shave it off with your teeth.
Oh, like grind it off. Yeah.
No need to get any dishes dirty.
Yeah.
No.
So you're getting better and doing your part for the green earth. I don't
Yeah.
know. When is your birthday?
It's October 15th.
Whoa.
Is that your birthday too?
No, but we're all October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Libras?
No.
Scorpios.
Abby is Scorpio for me.
When's your birthday?
Abby's is the 18th, mine is the 26th.
Amazing. Aw, I love this.
Love it. Love it. I was going to the follow-up question is, are you into astrology? Do you practice?
Big time. And also, yeah, Venus, our ruling planet, is in retrograde right now. So I don't know if you've been feeling that strongly.
What does that mean? I'm not as adept at this.
Venus is like our ruling planet. And it's also the ruling planet of love and matters of the heart. So maybe when things go retrograde, it's kind of like giving you a glimpse like backwards, and you kind of go backwards. Maybe you regress into like old relationship patterns, or like matters of the heart come up. And yeah, I don't know if you've been feeling that, but
Would I feel that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
also Mercury's been going retrograde, or is going to be going retrograde. So that's like communication and yeah, lots of planets in retrograde at the moment. So
would I feel that as well as a Scorpio?
Oh, sorry, you're the Scorpio.
Yeah.
Abby, are you feeling this? Okay, yeah. As a Scorpio, maybe not so much, but also I'm more read up on Libra, obviously, because I have more of an interest. But lots of like good friends like are Scorpios, and I should probably know more.
But let me know when you study up,
I know. Yeah. Well, Mercury, yeah. I mean, it affects everyone, but I think, yeah, Libras, like air signs will feel it more strongly.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'm having fun right now. Okay. So what was your first email address? And you don't have to give the email address, but what was the first like at?
It's literally, Hotmail.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you've had it forever,
It's
right?
Tess Parks at hotmail.com. It's since I was 9.
9? Wow. My daughter just turned 9. Who I have to get her an email address? Shit.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Like, what do you think about that? Like, that's young to have an email address, but also if you want to like, if you want her to have like a Gmail that's like her name, that's professional, that doesn't get taken eventually, maybe it's good to sign up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. I wish I would have done that. I didn't, I did the thing when Gmail came out when I was in college, and it was just like whatever you're into at the time at Gmail. And so I was stuck with something real dumb that I'm not going to say for way too long because I just thought it wouldn't be around. So I was like, oh, all right, this is cool,
Right? Yeah, we had no idea how the internet was gonna go.
Or yeah, like would it be around? Would something new come? I expected something new to come because back then it was like Hotmail, then Yahoo, then Gmail, all these other ones. And then I found myself at like 35 years old giving this to employers. And I was like, I think I need to do something about this. So
Yeah.
yeah. Way to go sticking it out.
Yeah. Well, I get so much junk mail though.
Yeah.
Hotmail is like such a mess.
Now you're gonna
It's
get so
painful to
much
sift through
more
it.
because you said it. So many fans who are listening right now, they're gonna just send you.
Email me. It'll go into my junk mail, but I'll sift through it and I'll find it.
Yeah. paintings and pictures of bunnies and shit. Send nice stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Abby had this great question. Who is the first person you call when you get good news?
Probably my parents.
Uh-huh.
Whichever one picks up first. Yeah.
You mean they're not together all the time?
I mean, no, I don't. Yeah, no.
Just picture parents like they shouldn't be separated from each other. They're just
Yeah.
together all the time. Abby's parents are big listeners, so they know the deal.
A lot of the time, that's nice. Like, yeah, supportive parents rule. It's so sweet. But a lot of the time, I do end up like kind of psychically calling when they are like in the car together or something. So it's a good time to catch them.
Oh, very cool. Okay, what is something you take everywhere you go?
I like not carrying a bag. I like feeling like super free. So I guess just, yeah, phone and like keys to wherever I'm living. Those are like the two things. But other than that, I'm not like precious about anything.
So no bag. So you're always rocking something with pockets.
Yeah, pockets and yeah, I just don't like carrying stuff. Like I end up, kind of always wishing I had something on me or like, I don't know. Yeah, just those
I
are
feel
two.
you. I hate carrying things. Like if it's raining out, I won't carry it. I'm like, I just get wet. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like umbrellas either.
I
I'd
hate
rather
umbrellas.
yeah. It's
So
so nice to be free and just like walking through the earth, like feeling
yeah.
light.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked about the podcast, the pockets is because it comes up a lot. Abby says that female, I don't know the word, but female clothing doesn't have enough pockets or deep pockets. There's always a pocket issue.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it like ruins the silhouette of like a dress and da 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 da. But like it depends. But yeah, generally I always like like to have a jacket that has like a zipper pocket so that I feel like everything's safe.
Oh, that's a good call.
I don't need to carry some sort of heavy thing.
Yeah, we feel you there. Okay, what was your first concert?
First concert, well, my sister won tickets to see NSYNC in 2000. So we
Okay.
did that from like a tombola jar at like the school fair.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's big time.
My sister won tickets to Mexico on like Facebook in 2003, or like she entered contests a lot growing up on the internet. And yeah, so she won like a trip for 4 to Mexico. I got to go, and then Canada's Wonderland in Toronto. Yeah, she won like an all access pass for like 4 friends to like jump the queues on all the roller coasters, and like, yeah, she's so lucky. It's cool. And I've been able to also enjoy that with her sometimes. But so yeah, NSYNC. And then but the first concert, like rock concert that like, yeah, changed my life was Oasis in 2002.
Wow. So we've read a few interviews where you mentioned Oasis. And do you have it? This is, I know, like a blasphemous question. Do you have a favorite Oasis song? One?
I guess Supersonic.
Nice.
Champagne Supernova. Yeah, Supersonic was the first one I heard, so I'll say Supersonic.
Yeah. We did a deep dive recently. I say recently, this could be like a year ago. Time is weird. Where we went through like the first couple for top to bottom and how much they rocked. Like, what's the story? Morning Glory. The song itself is like so fucking hardcore. I love it. Love that song. Your Supersonic is great.
Semisonic are a great band too.
Yeah.
That song, In the Meantime, I've thought about that song recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know any other ones though.
That's fun. I love where these combos take us. Okay, so we're talking about music. Did you have any posters on your wall as a teen or young?
Oh yeah. Oasis, Cat Power, the Vines, the Dandy Warhols, the Spice Girls, before that, the Spice Girls, Sailor Moon. That's not, I mean, there was music for Sailor Moon, but
still just, creating an environment. I get it.
yeah. And like lots of like collages and yeah, well, just things that ripped out from like Enemy and Rolling Stone stuff.
All right. Were you using tacks or were you using like the little sticky tack stuff?
Oh, I mean, at a certain point, I was just like, yeah, tape and like, yeah, I destroyed the walls and then like started writing on the walls, like graffiti, like writing all my favorite song lyrics in Sharpie. Yeah, it was a mess. It's still, yeah, it's like, gotta paint that.
Oh, wow. That's cool. What was your first job?
My first job was babysitting like neighborhood kids.
Oh, that's rough. That's a tough first job.
It was fun. I mean, yeah, I was always like cool. Just, yeah, I would go over.
No monster children?
What's that?
No monster children?
No, they were all like really sweet, like, yeah, neighborhood kids.
Wow, that's lovely. That's great. It's not what you usually hear. Abby, did you ever babysit?
Like twice. It wasn't. I was actually having this conversation with my sister the other day because she was trying to find a babysitter for the weekend. And I was like, I never got into it. I loved the Babysitters Club books. And then the first couple times I babysat, I was like, this is terrible.
You mean there's no adventures?
And so no, it wasn't really my jam.
Oh, my youngest sister is 10 years younger. So I feel like I just, yeah, felt very inclined to, I don't know, I knew what to do.
Wow. Yeah, my older sister is 10 years older.
Nice, right? It's a beautiful age gap. I like, yeah, I'm so grateful to have that relationship.
Yeah. Shout out Audra Bynack. She will probably listen to this as well. We have back to what you were saying, supportive family.
Yeah.
It's invaluable. Okay, let's get to some more dumb questions. Those were fun, but those were very sincere. Okay, when you floss,
Oh,
you use like a little bit or using a lot?
I hate flossing.
Who likes flossing?
It's like my worst thing. But I've like really forced myself in the past like little while to do it because obviously I want my mouth to be healthy. And I got the picks that are like
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't know, like the little already there for you, so you don't have to like rip your fingers with the,
Yeah.
yeah, I end up cutting off the circulation of my fingers when I'm wrapping it around them. And yeah, it's like the messiest. Especially with the string, I don't enjoy that. So the little, I
Yeah.
don't know what to call them.
Picks,
Yeah.
floss picks. I get it. Those don't work on my teeth because they don't go in enough. Like they're too shallow. I got deep gums.
If you get them like strong enough, I guess. Yeah. Because sometimes they would break. Like if you get like really flimsy ones, they break.
Yeah.
Have you seen these? I use one that has a replaceable, that part, but it's like this long. It's like the length of a pencil. So you can like reach back instead of putting your whole hand in your mouth. And just that little part pops off and throws away. And then you can replace it. And those tend to be tighter floss. And the whole thing is just less flimsy in general.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah, like I really don't enjoy like it. Yeah, there's so much like maintenance you have to do all the time to like keep everything going.
For real though, and that's something I'm just complaining now. I'm like, the human body requires way too much maintenance. If it was a car and someone was like, this is what the car requires, like, I don't want that car.
Yeah, which is why I don't drive, because like, yeah, your body's enough. It's like,
And like floss, like I try to, floss almost every day, but it sucks. And so this, we're constantly searching for like real world, every person questions. And I use a lot of floss. And when I was in Connecticut with a buddy of mine, he's like, that's how much floss you use? And I was like, yeah, I got to get up. And I'm like this. I'm not even kidding.
you probably get these pencils that Abby's talking about. I think that's
I'm telling you, it's so much nicer because it's really long. And I'm just like, do. And then I'm done.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, then you don't end up like biting your hand too. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. What's the last poetry you read and or loved?
okay, so I'm cat sitting for someone who like is like a poetry, like behind me in this cupboard, they're like 500 poetry books. And I guess the last one I cracked open was Rainer Maria Rilke. And but that was the letters
to a Young Poet.
No, it's I'll show you. I forget what it's called. The Notebooks of Malty Lord Brigg. So it's prose. It's like a short. It's not poetry necessarily, but I mean the way he writes his poetry. It's like a semi-autographical notebook. It's the only novel he wrote. So yeah, I've been reading that. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's like tons of poetry here.
Very cool. Well, we love poetry. Your lyrics are amazing. That's where that question comes from. Okay, where you're at in the world, do you have any good Mexican food?
I was like craving a burrito yesterday, actually. And then because it was like pouring rain, I was going to order some food. I ended up, walking in the rain to get yeah, because Uber Eats, I was like, that's really a lot of money and I'm not gonna get. But I was looking at pictures of Mexican food and it had like white rice in it, so I was like, I'm gonna pass. That's all good. So I don't know about Mexican food in London. I'm sure there's good places though.
We asked every person based in the UK about Mexican food, and they all say the same thing. They're like, it's just non-existent. They try. There's a few places that try, like you were saying with the white rice. And now it's become a fun little bit for us. We should open up a fucking like authentic Mexican place in London. We would crush it.
Yeah, I can't think of a place where I've had Mexican food here that's like, or yeah, it's just something I wouldn't really attempt that, I think.
Okay. Do you pray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my version of prayer for sure.
Okay. I like it.
Do you pray? Do you guys pray?
I think we're probably similar boats of gratitude and versions of whatever you would call prayer, you know? I can't speak for Abby, but
It's personal, right? Yeah, it's very personal.
very personal, but you have a song that literally that's the name of the song. Do you pray?
My friend Annie, one of my best friends, Annie, asked me that a few years ago. And yeah, I'm like getting goosebumps thinking about it. I think that's such like an incredible question.
Yeah.
And she's been my friend since we were 13. So for her to ask me that, like so many years into our friendship, I was like, whoa, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So it really like hit me.
I appreciate that. Shout out to Annie. She's a big listener too.
Love Annie.
I hope she listens to this. She gets a good shout out.
I hope so too. Yeah, I'll tell her.
When's the best time to catch you dancing?
I've been making an effort to just like dance a little bit every day. Or like shake, a little bit of shaking.
Yeah.
It's like sometime like earlier in the day, like, early morning before noon. Little shake.
Well, shake yourself awake. And then what's the last music you listened to?
Oh, what was I listening to? Oh, Neil Young, On the Beach.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, but also no, that was recently. I heard David Lynch's music for the first time. I've never seen any of his movies. I never finished Twin Peaks, like full disclosure, but I like heard some of his music. I was like, wow, this is so cool and random. Like, who is this guy? And I've seen his paintings. They're really cool.
Wow. I never watched Twin Peaks either.
I started it and I liked it. And I read the Diaries of Laura Palmer before I even watched it. I didn't know that it was like part of it. Yeah, I don't know why I don't like watching scary stuff alone, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, he just seems really like he creates like scary worlds. I don't know. But his music is cool.
What's it like? I don't even know this either.
It's like, it's like punky, like the Cramps or like, I don't know.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, kind of just like rock, like Billy Childish or something. Yeah, bless you.
Bless you. I've been holding a sneeze forever. Good for you for letting it go.
That was like 7 sneezes.
I have to go get a tissue. You guys, I'll be right back.
That's a good question for the pod.
Some ginger.
Yeah. I'm getting you sick via the Zoom. That's a good question though. It's like, do you sneeze a lot or are you one and done type of sneeze?
It depends, I guess. What the air is like, what the body's feeling.
Follow-up question. Does your dad sneeze loud? Like every dad in the world?
You're asking so many questions. Like, yeah, it's all, I mean, do all dads sneeze loud? Because my nose blow is like an elephant. It's like, yeah, bad. Yeah. It's really a lot.
I think once you become a dad, your sneezes just get incrementally louder.
My dad's like, it's an event every time he sneezes. It's like,
My sneezes have gotten louder since I became a dad. So maybe it's a thing, maybe it's subconscious. I don't know.
I think our noses grow or like our ears grow.
Maybe they never stop growing. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe there's something about that.
Maybe. What song of yours? We end every episode with a song from the guest. What song of yours should we end with?
Oh, do I have anything about like sneezing or like
We can look it up.
Let's go Happy Birthday Forever.
Okay.
That's a nice song. But now that you mention it, I'll probably write about sneezing.
I've been like holding a sneeze in the whole time.
That's so like it doesn't feel good. Sneeze.
I know, but it's like a mental like contest I'm having right now. It's real fun. It's like, can I master my own body impulses?
It's like really like unrewarding though to be like, I don't know if you can like hold it in. You kind of just like suppress it and then it like goes away.
I'm like talking to it. I'm like, you dare. Okay, so what musician would you like to interview, live or dead, in the vein of Bothering the Band? So really stupid questions.
Oh, I mean, these aren't stupid questions at all. I feel like you like,
Oh, thank you.
like, I also like, yeah, flossing is something I really like do think about all the like these are very like, yeah, psychically deep questions. Oh, I don't know, like Bob Dylan would definitely love talking about flossing technique with me, I think.
Oh, that'd be real fun to be like if he was very specific.
Actually, I think I'd like to talk to Neil Young. I think we'd have like a really nice conversation and he'd be nice to talk to.
Yeah, that's great. It's a good answer.
I think we'd be buddies. Like I'd love to smoke a joint with him and just like, yeah, talk about everything.
It's a great answer. Okay. What would you ask Neil Young while you're smoking a joint?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you would say out loud. You'd have a question, you'd just say questions.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'd be like, what? Totally.
I really don't know. Like, yeah, I guess maybe I wouldn't interview him because I'd just be like, what do I say?
Yeah. It's tough. We get it. And also being put on the spot, we know is tough. I feel like given the natural circumstances, if you were like looking at a cloud or something with Neil Young, like, what does that look like? And he'd have some crazy answer, like a truck driven by Donald Duck or something.
I guess I've heard actually that like he feels most prolific around like the new moons and full moon. So I guess I'd talk to him about like moon cycles and yeah, I think just kind of ask more about that.
That's great. Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we just have a full moon?
Yeah. On first. And there's a blue moon on it. There's 2 full moons this month. Yep.
Whoa. I feel it. Okay. What's next for Tess Parks to declare? You see what I did there?
Yeah. No. Recently I just haven't felt like I have much to say. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
What do you work? Are you working on anything? Are you performing anywhere?
I'm performing on Sunday at Rough Trade Fest in London.
All right.
I don't know whether you're going to put this on the internet before then or not, but
we will. We won't. I'm sorry. Just being blatantly honest.
You missed it, but it was fun. And recording new music, kind of trying to finish an album. And hopefully have a painting exhibition.
Oh, cool.
I think some shows in Canada and hopefully the States. And yeah, just gonna try to escape winter this year, I think. So maybe see you in Florida. You're not in Florida. Neither of you are in Florida,
No,
right?
we both are. We're just
Oh,
different
okay.
parts.
Okay. Bad.
Abby's more Central Florida. I'm South Florida. So if you come anywhere around anywhere, Sonny's barbecue on us.
Yes. Okay. Sweet.
We'll get you all the ribs. We'll get you like real burritos too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I haven't had, Mexican food would be awesome. Sorry, I got confused because of the Wyoming connection.
I just moved back because I can't winter either.
Right? Yeah, it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Being outside in sunshine is really crucial for mental health, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Ed, we'll see you in Florida. Anything else we should tell the people?
I guess,
Don't hold your sneezes in.
Don't hold your sneezes in. Just be so nice to people, I think. You never know what people are going through. You could really like change someone's day or life just by like sharing like the nice thought that you're thinking about them. Like just say words of love freely. Don't like hold things back. Don't like hold on to resentment. Be loving, be good to people. It's important.
Hundo P agree. And I'm going to take this moment to say we loved your music and now we love you.
Oh, no, I honestly, you guys are really nice. It's really nice to chat.
Yeah, this has been so much fun. That's our episode of Bothering the Band, but I highly recommend anyone, if you haven't, go listen to Tess Parks. It's just incredible music and I love it. Abby, thank you for introducing me to, and we're so happy to have you.
Oh, yeah, no, this is, like what you guys are doing is really cool and like just real. There's so much like weird shit in the world that isn't like genuine.
Well, thank you.
Real talk.
Keep it coming. That's our program, everyone. What a great way to end. Yay.
Thank you. Yeah, let's keep in touch. Get me out.